I'm convinced that this is what Kill Bill would have been if Quentin Tarantino hadn't just done a huge number of drugs while making it. Anya Voigt, who is known on the streets as Snow White because of her father's cocaine empire, is cast out after her father is murdered and her stepmother takes control of the empire. Which feels a little more Lion King than Snow White, but that's not important. Don't worry, though, because when she's cast out, she meets an all-female, very sexy group of samurai who are fighting the various drug cartels around this unnamed city ever since they were cast out of their ancestral home in Japan. 5 of them are white. Even the Asylum, who have been making terrible movies for 25 years now, happy anniversary guys, even they don't normally get this unhinged, because this is on another level. The other drug lords in the city try to kill the evil stepmother before she can take full control. And she strangles the guy they send to death with her thighs. And this whole time that she's fighting with the other drug lords, can you imagine what Snow White is off doing with the samurai? Can you imagine what she's off doing? Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. Training montage. That's right. Except they do like a training montage and then she's still training with them for like the next 30 minutes. It is almost an hour into the film, which is only like 85 minutes long, before she actually decides, I have finished my training. And she doesn't leave like their little training compound thing between arriving after like 15 minutes and going to finally kill her after she's finished her training, which is after an hour. That is extraordinary. My favorite part, of course, about the samurai is that one of them talks and then one of them doesn't talk specifically because she's shy. She's dopey. She's meant to be dopey. Then the other 5 just also basically don't talk. So the whole, like, comparison to the dwarves really stopped there. You know, there's a huge difference between Asylum films that are really just terrible and ones that are actually kind of fun like this. The difference is boring. The ones that are really, really bad, they're just boring in addition to all their other crimes. This one, at least, is so unhinged, so off the wall, insane, that it's actually kind of enjoyable. And that is the major difference. If you're this dumb, you're probably quite boring. If you're even dumber, it's probably exciting again. Just to see what the hell this crazy thing will do next. So the samurai trains Snow White. Just saying that, I can feel like a whole clump of brain cells dying. I'm out in the trenches here, guys. Every Friday, my channel members make me review one of the worst films of all time. It's really killing me off. Like, this is just nightmarish to go through. And every week, I know that it's just going to get worse and worse. And even though this one was kind of funny, it was really goddamn terrible. The dialogue was so cringy. People should be shot for writing things like this. There aren't really a lot of Asylum films that I can give credit for anything, and that streak continues because this one is god awful. Like, geez, the writing is the worst crime because no, going through the list of things I could praise it for, no, never mind. It's all bad. It also stars, instead of like having a huntsman go after her, she sends an assassin who is played by the guy that played the Mr. T role in the A-Team film. I don't know what he's doing here. I've never heard of any of these other actors, but Quentin Rampage Jackson just turns up. And the fact that his name is Quentin Rampage Jackson makes it so much better. Like, what the hell is this? And how did they... It doesn't matter. You should never ask that question with the Asylum. Anyway, Snow White and the 7 Samurai go up against the evil stepmother, who also has samurai training, apparently, and fake Mr. T. Budget Mr. T, literally. Yeah, in this case. And there's a whole like thing where the other drug lords are trying to kill her and take control back as well, but the stepmother just walks up to their car and shoots them. Car, not cars, because the 3 other most powerful drug lords in the city carpool. It is garbage, of course. And even though it's kind of so bad it's good, that doesn't... You don't get extra points for that, really. Like, you know, it could have been the lowest level of low, and instead it's kind of not quite there, but it's basically there, really. And it feels like even with it not being overly boring, It was only 85 minutes long, and I could honestly do with like another 10 of them being chopped off, I think. But yeah. Anyway, I'm giving The Result of Cocaine in Moderation 1 star. Every Friday on the channel, we watch a film that is chosen for me by the members, and they're all very bad choices. Yes, it's going to be something terrible every Friday, and the members get to choose and vote on what it'll be, and this was what they chose this week, you monsters. So, go on, buy a membership, subscribe, and you get to vote in these kind of polls.